Justin,
So, Zach,
what are we doing here?
I have no idea. Um, I don't know about you, but Mandy and I have decided we're doing like a dry January type of thing.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, I'm drinking a non-alcoholic beer, and it's actually really good.
Huh? Where is it?
Yeah.
What's the NA beer?
Athletic Brewing Company.
Where's that made?
Connecticut, I think. Yeah, Connecticut. Yeah, it's a hazy IPA. They do like stouts and porters and stuff, and like lagers.
So it's a not like an Old Duels.
Yeah, nothing like it. It's like a legit craft beer, but like less than 0.5% alcohol.
I'm trying to think if I already failed at dry January. Yes, because we had a New Year's Eve. We had a New Year's Eve wedding, so I rolled into the New Year drunk, literally.
Yeah. Well, to be totally transparent and honest, I didn't start until the 3rd because I was off until the 2nd, and I wanted to send off my sobriety.
Got it.
Off to a great start. So, but
okay. Yeah. So wait. So I like the cold opener. Should we have some sort of formality, like a little bit of an intro, if this is actually going out into the world?
Probably. I figured. I mean, also,
I love a cold opener. I absolutely do. That's how they should be.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, when it's like, oh, hey, I'm so and so with so and so, it can get a little like wonky.
I agree, but maybe we should talk about why we're talking to each other on fancy microphones on a Monday night, right?
Yes, we should.
Okay, so this was just we've been talking about a podcast specifically surrounding food, cooking, all things food, because I feel like passionate is too soft of a word, right? I think obsessive or obsessed, we are obsessed with food. Is that fair?
Yes, I'd say that's fair. I don't know how you feel about the term foodie. I'm sure you feel the way I do, and I'm sure a lot of people will probably be mad at me saying this, but like, we're beyond foodies, and as much as I hate that word,
I agree, and it's the joy that I have talking to you, and you and Mandy about food. It's pretty immense. So we feel like every conversation we have, we should just record them from now on.
I think so too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So here we are.
Here we are.
This is episode 1.
This is indeed episode 1, or maybe an episode 0.5.
Could be.
So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad we're actually starting to do this. So I guess I will start things off. So Mandy sent me an article today. I don't know if you've heard, but the restaurant Noma.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was the conversation that was coming.
Yeah, it's closing, and apparently they're just like gonna make it into a laboratory.
I saw that. Obviously, I'm as familiar as I could be with Noma, living in Western Pennsylvania, and not travel to Denmark. But what's his name? Rene, whatever his name is, Rene is kind of the premier chef of the world, right? It's the #1 restaurant in the world.
It is.
I did read somewhere that like they kind of relied a lot on like volunteer and free work to be profitable. I don't know if that's true, but I was sort of perusing.
I mean, it makes sense, because if you want to have if you want to be the #1 restaurant, like you have to devote so much time and effort into keeping it the #1 restaurant in the world. And you know, I saw something about like he's closing it because it's not sustainable, which makes sense. I mean, you can't. How long can you keep a restaurant open just relying on volunteer work?
Right. I mean, the labor that would have to go into those dishes is insane. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. Now, would it's the pinnacle for fine dining. I love a nice meal, as you know. I love greasy. I also love a greasy meal. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think a greasy meal could be just as good, but it is probably an experience. I wonder if it is as good as it is. You know, like if I flew to Denmark to go to Noma. So I'm already thousands of dollars into this trip, right? Solely for Noma, and I'd imagine it's like $1,000 a head. I don't know, probably. We don't do research on these things. What's that?
Mandy actually did. She looked up how much it would cost per person just to like book a seat, and it's like $532 American dollars.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be. There's no way they can make money. There's no way they can make money on that.
Yeah. And like
20 people touch every dish. 20 people.
Yeah, you're like, there's just like a group of chefs. Granted, I've never been in a professional kitchen before. I don't know what goes down, you know, there. But just watching documentaries and
there's somebody just dusting arugula leaves. Like that's their whole job all day. And one leaf at a time.
Like, put tweezers of flowers and
they're putting gold leaf on a petal to then put that petal on your dish.
Yeah,
very labor intensive.
Like, and I totally agree. Not doubting that for 1 second. But in terms of like if we were to go there and if it'd be worth it, I guess like it depends because. Depends on like what you're into, depends on like you know, everything's so subjective. And like I know I'm probably gonna ramble a lot, but you know, this is somebody's like art, like this is their craft.
I agree with that.
You know, and it's truly a vision. Exactly. Just like you can go to any, you know, greasy restaurant, not like, you know, you can go to a really nice burger restaurant and that's somebody's craft. That's somebody's art. And it's like, you know, you can get a really nice, well-made burger for like $12. And I would be just as satisfied with that as if I were to possibly go spend $400 some at a restaurant and be slightly disappointed.
Yeah. You'd have so much hype. Like your expectations would be so high.
Yeah,
I think of all the places I would like to go for like a crazy food experiences would probably be Massimo Bottora's in Italy. Yes, I think that's probably at the top of my list. Because he sort of he's sort of like a larger than life person that exudes like joy. You know, like how could you not enjoy that experience? But yeah, I did read some of that, seeing that Noma closed. So he's just going to convert it to like a test kitchen, test lab, do crazy stuff. I think I have the Noma fermentation book behind me.
I thought you did. I thought you told me about that. Let me see here.
I do. This is a collection of cookbooks right here.
All of our cookbooks are upstairs. We don't have nearly as many.
No, these are art books. No, wait a second. Half of these are art books. Picture books.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's sad to see a restaurant like that close and to see someone's vision kind of fade away due to, you know, it just not being sustainable.
I'm guessing people just staged there to have it on a resume, and that's the quote unquote free labor, you know, just people out of like fine culinary school that wanted Noma on their resume, which probably puts a lot of people in pretty good restaurants because they worked there, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, that gives them the
free.
experience to open their own restaurant, their own experience, their own vision.
How long were they open?
I want to say since 2003.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Yeah, so that's a good run. I mean, I feel like
it'll be 21 years, right? They're closing at the end of this year, so
yeah,
over 20 years. That's a pretty good run for a restaurant.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, wish them well. I'm sorry I couldn't eat there.
Yeah, I mean, I would always talked about going to Copenhagen. I think that'd be really awesome. Beautiful place to visit. But yeah, no, it's sad to see a restaurant like that close.
It'll be interesting to see what he does in the future.
Mm-hmm. I know he opened up a restaurant in Mexico. He opened up a Noma restaurant in Mexico.
Yes.
I want to say it was like a few years back.
And I assume that's staying open then, huh?
Oh, that's permanently closed too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Rene Redzepi.
Yeah. And the Mexico one was $750.
American.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate what he does, you know, using ingredients that are native to
he forages a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is cool. I think I think there's a chef's table or one of those like made for Netflix shows on Noma. That is really spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're right. It is art. And I think that's why we like making food, right? Mm-hmm. Like we both went to art school, slightly different paths, but I don't know about you, but I feel like today in my life, like we both work in the design world. You know, I would say relatively similar, weirdly similar paths, I guess. But I find cooking to be the only time that I am like 100% focused on a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like, you know, flow, like when you're actually just like in it and you're chilling and you're moving. Andy. And there isn't other
thing.
Hi.
Sorry,
I'm drinking.
I see that.
He's drinking San Pellegrino out of a
like you're on the bear.
Yeah.
I always drink out of those. Jess hates it. Makes it very uncouth. But and also it's like the only creative. It's like the most creative I've been, you know, in a long time, because it's like jazz, right? Just making stuff.
Yeah. Just scatting away.
Yeah. Like no recipes, no script, you know.
Yeah.
Just making food.
I don't know about you, but like whenever I see a recipe, I like to skim through it and just like kind of like want to do my own thing.
Yeah, always. Every time.
I always use recipes as like guides and just kind of like wing it.
Yeah, and then read a couple and then understand how the thing works, and then do whatever approximation I have with the ingredients I have on hand. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, half the times I do that, it doesn't work because I actually should have like set and read each step. But for the most part,
I mean, if you're not baking, it's fine.
Oh yeah, baking, I'm like all in on baking. Follow every single step.
Yeah. What did you have tonight? What did you make for dinner?
So it was a steakhouse night at Hawthorne Avenue. My mom got us, and I'm probably going to go on a tangent. So she bought us, each of my siblings and I, boxes of Omaha steaks.
Okay.
And in each box, it comes with like a fillet, already made meatballs.
Was this for Christmas?
Hamburgers. It was for Christmas, yeah. And then like apple dumplings and like scalloped potatoes and like the whole thing. So I took 2 of the fillets, sous vide them with some thyme, garlic, olive oil for about like an hour and a half or so. Seared them off. Made some cream spinach, and then baked potato. Super simple, like nothing fancy, but just good food. Mandy was really in the mood for a baked potato, so I told her I'd cook it for her.
I never am in the mood for a baked potato. It's never something I like weirdly never crave a baked potato. I don't know why.
Oh man. You've never had a good baked potato.
Probably that might be true. Yeah, I don't even cook them because I'm like, meh. I'd rather have potatoes so many other ways. I think potatoes are amazing. They're unbelievable. Like, yeah. But for some reason, foods. The baked potato doesn't hit for me.
Yeah. Well, you should, if you ever decide you want a baked potato, follow the America's Test Kitchen recipe for baked potatoes. Like,
what kind of potato are you using? What's the potato?
Just a russet. I find russets are better for baked potatoes. Yeah.
And are you wrapping the foil? You put them in the oven? What do you do?
No, so the recipe for America's Test Kitchen is you pierce them with a fork on all sides, and then you make a brine, like a just saltwater brine, and then you roll the potatoes in it. Then you bake that. Then you bake them in an oven, and the water dehydrates and like basically dries out the skin. And then you brush it. Then you brush it with oil. Brush the skin with oil. Pop it back in the oven for like 10 minutes. And this is all at like a 450-degree oven. And then when they come out,
pretty hot, yeah,
pretty hot. And so when they come out, the skin is really crispy. Then you cut the skin open so all the steam can come out. So it doesn't make it like really dense. It makes it like nice and fluffy. And then the skin is like salty and crisp and really tasty.
I think that they're never salty, and I mean I know they're never salty enough, and I just don't like dumping salt on things after I eat. But that's a good idea. Yeah. Like how you can't really affect. Well, I figured you couldn't really effectively salt a potato before you cut it open and cook it. But if you pierce it and like cover it in a salt solution, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. They just are always like this. In my opinion. I am going to try this because I genuinely love potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. I love roasted potatoes. Baked potatoes, not my thing, but maybe they will be now.
Give it a shot. Might change your life.
I'm going to change that. I think it might. It might. It might.
Dude, I feel like we can have a whole episode on potatoes alone.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like, just so good.
Potatoes.
I
love to make maybe we'll save some for episode 3 potatoes, but
what's episode 2?
I don't know. I like to take just like the minis and just roast the living crap out of them, like just the small potatoes. Super crunchy. Sometimes I smash them and re-roast them. Sometimes I don't. Just kind of depends. But for me, I like to make like a gochujang sauce, like a dipping sauce for them that I like put on the plate and put the potatoes on top of. It's like mayo, sour cream, gochujang. Sometimes there's something sweet in there, maybe maple or honey.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, you can use yogurt and mayo too. You don't have to use sour cream.
Yeah,
you must use mayo though.
Oh, absolutely. Kewpie, I'm assuming.
Actually, I have Dukes on hand, so it's usually Dukes.
I mean, Dukes is good too.
Yeah, but yeah, no, if you have Kewpie, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, with the gochujang for sure.
I say, can you even get Kewpie in your neck of the woods up there?
No. Maybe I could ask my grocery store to pick it up for me. I'll text him. I'll text Alan. He's my guy.
So you're actually on a first name basis with a grocery store guy.
Oh, it's on my first name basis on everybody. I live in the smallest town, man. who do you want me to get a hold of? I text the chief of police here, district attorney, my very good friend, district attorney. These are things that matter.
Yeah. Perks of living in a small town, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, you can't get Koopy Mayo, but if you go to jail, you know, you'll have a way out because you'll know somebody.
Yeah, dude, get out on the phone, get some Koopy.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll just run down there tomorrow morning and say, hey, can we get this?
Yeah. Be like, what is this?
What's the shelf life on Koopy?
I don't know, but I will find out.
If it's pretty good, then I'd feel bad if they like order a case. I'm the only schmuck in town trying to buy, you know. I can't, you know, eat all the mayos.
10 to 12 months.
Oh,
so, yeah. I mean, it's
Does it have it has? Cause I'm just trying to think because it's like the weirdest packaging. It's like
it is
mayonnaise with a weird little baby on it, and I'm just trying to think of like people going in there and being like, "What in the hell is this weird baby mayo?"
Baby mayo.
Yeah, it's a weird package. It's good though. My goodness, it's good.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's like sweeter, a little bit sweeter. And like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Eggier, sweeter. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, it's good.
Oh, let me ask you about this. So you just had a birthday. You just celebrated your 36th birthday. They say.
I wish 37.
You're 37.
37. Yeah.
Why are you so much older than me?
I have no idea. I'm not happy about it.
Well, what did you do for your birthday?
So typically, you know, like we go somewhere, like we'll go out to the woods, we're in a cabin, go hiking, whatever. But so we wanted to go to Hocking Hills, Ohio, and the prices, Airbnb prices were insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, I saw prices have been real crazy lately. Like it's almost like hotels have been more affordable. Like it's sort of starting to flip a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that was pretty unfortunate. So we just decided to have a house party and have people over, and nice. I made a porchetta.
Beautiful.
I have to say though, man, I was a little underwhelmed. I was a little disappointed, and I will tell you why. I will tell you why. So, like a month in advance, there was a new. Let me back up. So there's a new butcher that opened up in Lawrenceville.
Okay, I know where this is going. Okay.
And I called like a month ahead, and you know, reserved a porchetta cut. So for people who don't know, a porchetta cut is the pork belly with the loin attached to it.
Right.
So it's easier to roll up. And it's basically like an Italian style pork roast. It's delicious. So I called and reserved this.
It's literally a side of a pork. Like if you think of
yeah, exactly.
Like 50% of the pork, you know, like if you slice it down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to front.
Yeah. And so I called ahead, ordered this like a month in advance, just like a half slab, still like 13 pounds. It was still pretty big. And so I got it and I took it home and they cut the skin off.
Oh, but that's that gets the cracklies.
Exactly.
It gets the crispy and the cracklies.
Exactly. And so I was not able to get the crackly bits, and the part of the fat that rendered and got a little crispy, it all just like kind of slid off.
Right.
And so
I mean, that's the beauty of the porchetta, because when you roll it, you have like the crust, the meat butter, and then the meat and the herbs, and it's like an amazing experience because the crust holds it all together.
And that, like, all I wanted for my 37th birthday was that crust. I did not get that crust, so it was a little disappointing.
Well, I'm
sorry. And it wasn't cheap either. It was.
No, I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah.
Did you ask them like why the heck they took the skin off, or?
No, I didn't. Like, I didn't realize until I got home, and so, it is what it is. Like, I'm like,
maybe it's something that you need to, you know, just ask for. Hey, keep the skin on.
Yeah, Which I mean, it's fine. Like the meat itself was delicious. Like I'm sure it was a humanely raised and animal. So I'm not gonna complain about the actual meat itself. It's just next time I know that
to specify
to keep the skin on.
Keep that skin. So what did you put all inside of it? All the herbs, all the bits?
Rosemary, fresh rosemary, parsley, lots of garlic, orange zest, and some Calabrian chilies.
Did you make sandwiches or just eat them like by the slabs?
So I basically sliced the whole thing and just like left it in a crock pot, and then people could just like make sandwiches or eat it by itself. But I also made like a nice salsa verde to go with it.
Very nice.
So yeah, so that was the main event for that. And I made some like crispy roast potatoes, panzanella salad, had like a huge like charcuterie board. And I made some delicious, Tuscan white beans. Like creamy Tuscan white beans, which I've got these beans from a company called Rancho Gordo. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them.
No, I'm gonna write that down. Rancho Gordo. Yes. Do they come dry or canned?
They're dry, but they are heirloom beans, and they have like so many different varieties. And we got like small white beans and like these beans called Royal Corona, which are bigger than Gigante beans. And they're really good. They're really big, but they're really, really good.
So how did you make the beans, the white beans? Did you soak them? Do you have to soak them overnight and then cook them?
Yeah, soak them overnight. And it was tricky because we wanted to mix the white beans and like the small beans and the big beans together. So I had to start the big beans off, let them cook down until they were like slightly al dente, then throw the small beans in, and then cook those all together. And then the smaller beans would like break open and all the starches would, really thicken it up. So they were more of like the base for the white beans. And then the big ones would give you like the texture.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It was really good. Really nice. Good. Yeah.
But, underrated beans.
Oh, they're so underrated. Love beans. Love beans. Yeah, they're just like potatoes. Like they're like you could do so much with them.
You can, definitely can.
Yeah. But what did you do for New Year's?
I was at a wedding.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So we were at a wedding. It's fine because I actually hate New Year's. Like generally, I think it's always a bust. So it was actually fun to have plans with a big group of other people. It was really fun. It was a long day. Like the ceremony was, fairly early and we went past midnight. So that does make for a long wedding, which only means people drink more and you sort of roll out of the reception hall. But no, it was fun. Yeah. And it was nice that I had Sunday and Monday to kind of recover before I had to return back to work.
Yeah. It's always the roughest. Like when you have a week off and then you have to go back to work.
Yeah, I feel like, especially after this, I took like a week and a half or something. And I felt like I needed a vacation from the vacation because we had a big Christmas Eve party here. So we had like a bunch of friends over that Friday, which was like negative 12 degrees and like the real temperature, not like the feels like temperature. The real temperature was like negative 12. It was so cold. But we had a big party. It was fun. Thankfully, we didn't lose power. We had plenty of heat. They're actually in our kitchen, the original window, like, this is old house and everything. The original windows in this house are so much better than whatever they replaced them with in like the 80s or 90s. So the kitchen has like these crappy replacement windows. And there was actually snow building up on the window ledge inside the house because it was like blowing up and in. So that was fun.
God.
But the party was fun. Made a ton of food. People brought stuff. Just drink, make cocktails. I'm getting more into making cocktails too, like different ones. Just nothing crazy. Some classics. So that's fun. Negronis are my go-to. I'm sort of shifting towards gin. A lot of gin drinks. I like gin a little bit less, a little bit more now than the bourbons and the ryes, which I used to like.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'll still drink a Manhattan, but I think there's a lot of cool nuance in gin that I'm just sort of discovering.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely like a more unique flavor profile.
And I feel like the herbal and the botanical, like you don't really get herbal and botanical obviously with like whiskey. Just hits you. It hits you, and it's good, but I can have a gin and tonic with 6 different gins, and they can be really, really different.
Yeah.
They're just that simple of a drink, changing the type of gin, whether it's Dutch gin, London dry gin, some other weird something gin, like all sorts of stuff going on. So it's been fun, and I don't feel like crap the next day either, which helps.
Yeah, that's good. You should check out Drink Masters on Netflix if you haven't already.
I did. I watched it. There was a guy from Pittsburgh on that.
Yeah.
And
he's a consultant for the Deschamps Group.
Yeah, I think he was at Pull Up Blue, right? Is that the group that he was there? Is that group? I think he worked at Pull Up. Yeah, he worked at Pull Up Blue. Yeah.
Nice. But
that meal we had there, one of the best meals of 2022.
Even though Jess threw a bottle of wine on your pants.
Yeah. I still remind her that every time when she starts talking real erratically with her hands. I was like, you remember that time that you pushed 1 full glass and 1 empty glass on my lap?
Yeah, I know it twice.
Yeah, that guy did. I will have to say that their server was fabulous, and he did bring me a drink on the house, which he didn't have to do. I could have rang my jeans out into the cup. But great service there. It was good meal.
Food. Yeah. I would probably say that's probably my favorite restaurant in Pittsburgh right now.
I probably agree with you. I would agree with you.
Yeah. Even though we are going to Morcia for Mandy's birthday in February, which I'm really looking forward to.
Good.
Yeah.
I do love that restaurant a lot. We had a rehearsal dinner there, which they were fabulous to work with. I think it has shifted. I think it has changed from the time it's open to, and their previous, I guess they overlap, but Cure was such a fabulous restaurant as well. And that closed. But yeah, I'm interested to see. Let me know what you think. I haven't been to Mercia in a little bit. I'm anxious to go back too. Yeah. Actually, the best pandemic meals, like COVID lockdown meals, were Morcia pickups. That was our New Year's 2021 New Year's Eve was Morcia to go, and it was so freaking good. It was so good.
We haven't been there since our 4th anniversary. So it's definitely been a while. It's been 6 years.
Dang.
So yeah.
Really, it's been that long.
Yeah. Mandy and I have been together for a long time.
Been married for a long time.
10 years.
Congrats.
Thanks.
What do you get? What's the 10-year anniversary?
I don't even know, man. I don't even keep track to all this. I mean, we did for the first.
I think the first one's like paper, and the second one's like wood or something.
10-year anniversary gift. Tin or aluminum.
Perfect. Some Reynolds wrap.
or a new all-clad pan.
Oh, there you go. Did you? Oh, so speaking of, did you get any good kitchen related, food related gifts, or give any food related gifts this holiday season?
So we just got the Omaha steaks from my mom. As the only gift. But I did buy Mandy a all-clad measuring cup kit for Christmas.
Oh, like the measuring set?
Yeah, and it's just like
steel cups.
Yep, they're awesome.
Nice. Really?
They're really, really nice. So I mean that's basically it. I mean, we went to the all-clad sale with our do you know Courtney and Alex Bancone?
Yeah.
So we went with them to the all-clad sale back in like November. And we got some stuff then. Got like a new roasting pan, and then we got ourselves like a little 1-quart saucepan, which is like big enough for like 2 eggies. And yes, I'm gonna be saying eggies a lot on that.
You better say eggies.
And it's like the perfect pot for like 1 big cup of hot chocolate, and it's like our new favorite pot. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so small, but it's so great.
Jess got me this. It's actually handy here. I didn't have this on camera, but this is a book. It's called The Spice Companion.
Oh,
it is so cool. Because it gives you a lot of background, but it has every spice in this book.
Nice.
Every spice in this book, and it gives you a breakdown and explains what it is, explains kind of like what you can pair it with, what kind of blends you typically find it in. It's really, really neat. And there's spices in here that I never heard of, which, means I'm going to look and find those things and try to use them. So really, really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. It's like a total reference book. It's really pretty. The inside's really pretty. I love books like that.
Nice.
Awesome. It's not prescriptive at all. It's just like it's a creative launch pad. So it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's pretty happy. It was like, dang, Jess, this is a good gift. Wow. I got you a blanket, Sorry.
Yeah. Mandy got me an AeroPress for Christmas.
I never used one.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I do. I love it. It's really awesome. It's really unique. Because like I've heard about them, watched videos about them, but to actually use it, it's really cool. Like there's so many different techniques you can do, and it's crazy just by the like how hot the temperature of the water can drastically change like the flavor.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it's crazy. And there's like AeroPress world championships, and you can like get the recipes from like the winner of like the championship, and it's crazy. It's
so how finely ground does the coffee have to be for the AeroPress? Quite fine?
Not as fine as espresso, like a little bit on the coarser side.
Okay.
Like on a scale from like 1 to 10, 1 being like fine,
10 being like French press.
Yeah. So maybe about like a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So not super fine, but not super coarse.
Interesting. So there's probably some level of pressure. It's not quite as fine. And then you're probably, I assume it's like super hot water, right? Like 204 degrees or something.
Yeah, I basically pour it over while like boiling.
Yeah, boiling. Cool. I never used one. I've been intrigued. I told Jess I wouldn't buy any more coffee equipment until we got a new kitchen because we don't have space for it, and our kitchen is absolutely ratchet. So maybe I am designing our kitchen like whenever and there's literally a section, like a whole drawer of like this is the coffee drawer. This is for all the coffee things.
Yeah.
So they don't have to sit out and be like unsightly. But this is what this drawer will be for. And once it's full, I will not buy any more coffee stuff. Yeah. I've been. Go ahead. Sorry.
I told Mandy that I want an espresso machine.
I do too.
But you've seen the size of our kitchen. There's no way we could fit an espresso machine in our kitchen.
I know they're so. I've been looking at. I mean, are you thinking like espresso machine, like a not an like semi-automatic, like a proper, near commercial grade espresso machine, like totally manual?
Like a Nuovo Sommelier or whatever, is that what it's called? That's like a super like professional.
Yeah.
But no, not like that. There's one I was looking at.
Yeah, like you're gonna put like a La Marzocca in there.
Yeah. The one I was looking at was called
maybe I should think. Oh, the ranch. Yeah.
The Ranchilio Silvio.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's like a home professional, fully manual.
I mean, yeah.
No, I'm not saying that's silly by any means. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you.
But it's like just trying to find the space.
Yeah, maybe I should think about that because not that I'm going to get one anytime soon, but it's like, maybe I should have like just a little, just account for like a water line just somewhere, so I don't have to like fill a tank. Like I could just plumb it right into the.
Oh, I say that you're really looking into like.
I think some of those you can plumb
almost in. Professional.
I think you can plumb some of those in.
You definitely can for some.
It is enticing, but it's like you obsess over it, right? Like I'm going to be reading about how to the correct pressure to like make the perfect cup of espresso, and it will consume me.
Oh, it's consuming someone that I work with. He just bought an espresso machine, and like he has like a little book that he like writes all of his notes in. And we were talking about it the other day, and it's I mean, there's like so much that you can do to it. It's
Let me paint a picture for you. Okay, and this is what happens. We have a party like Christmas Eve. There's 26 people here, right? Everybody's eating and drinking and having a good time, and it's like, hey, coffee. And I'm like, I got you. 1 cup at a time. And it's infuriating. My wife is going to murder me because she's like, can we just get a ninja? Like, do we have to have like individual pour overs?
Yeah.
And after like 2 cups, I'm like, I'm done. Nobody else needs coffee.
Right. Yeah.
I have the French press. That's how I like get coffee coverage for a group of people. I have them all going. 2 electric kettles,
Yeah.
just trying to make it happen.
I would say like more than 8 people, I'm not having coffee. Like you guys can get coffee on the way home.
Yeah, go to Sheets.
Yeah. If you want coffee, you have to stay the night, and I will make you coffee in the morning. But,
in the morning,
but only 2.
One spare room.
Stay the night. Yeah. Only 2 of you stay the night.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
It's just so much better, like
it is. Yeah.
Who am I? Am I gonna wake up? I'm not gonna drink out of a Keurig. Like that sounds pretentious, but I don't want hot water running through plastic, low grade plastic. Ain't gonna happen.
I don't think that's a pretentious thing to say, because a lot of people I talk with, they don't like Keurigs. They just don't like the idea of like water sitting in a tank getting stagnant, and also, hot water filtering through unsustainable, non-recyclable plastic.
Yeah, and also just like plastic. Like what happens when you heat up plastic? Like you get weird plastic shit. It makes your food taste weird. Who knows what you're ingesting? You can't clean the inside of those machines effectively, and your coffee's stale. Like it's already stale. Come on.
Yeah, it's been ground for months. Like who knows how long it's been ground for?
Yeah, I had a Nespresso machine. Nespresso machine. I got it because I had like some sort of weird points to use somewhere, and I was like, maybe I'll try this. No, I didn't even like that. It was okay. Yeah. It was okay. Their pods are aluminum. I literally like put them back in the bag, sent them back, recycled them, so they kind of make you feel bad. They might be throwing them away somewhere. Who knows? They could be throwing them in the ocean. I don't know where they're going, but it's not on my. I didn't lose sleep over it, right? So they let you send those back and recycle them, and I think that they seal the coffee in there under like a gas, right? So in theory, it's more fresh, but it's not like this was just roasted last week and like you open the bag today fresh.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The whole idea of them is stupid. I
can't really distinguish the difference between the coffees either. Like you get different pods and they're supposed to taste differently. And to me, they really don't. Not like I got a different varietal of bean, ground it, and did two different types. Like I did a pour over versus a French press. Like those are vastly different. You take the same bag of beans and you drink them in two different ways. They taste totally different, you know? And that's cool.
Yeah. 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 I agree. And then with the Keurigs, like that's why they make so many different flavor coffees, is to mask the taste of a shitty.
You know what I hate the smell of? Hazelnut. I hate the smell of fake hazelnut creamer in coffee.
Yeah. That's what I like. I can't
French
do
vanilla.
Italian creme.
Creme.
Creme. Yeah, I can't do those anymore.
No, me neither. It doesn't really take that long to make a French press either. It's like 5 minutes. You know. No. Well, maybe it's depends on how long it takes for your kettle to heat up. But after your kettle heats up, it's done in 4 minutes. That's it.
Yeah. The thing I like about
who's moving that fast in the morning that they have to be running out of the door with a Keurig? Who doesn't have? I need that time to like. If my life depended on saving 6 minutes in the morning, I got the Keurig's not going to save anything. I'm done. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess like I could see it if like you have kids and you're like multitasking and like trying to get them ready for school and all this other stuff. Like I can understand it. I could see that. Like put a thick pot in, press button while you're making your eggies for your children, and then doing all that stuff. I get it from that point of view.
Well, no, here, how about this? Make cold brew, put it in your fridge the night before. Done.
Cold brew in the winter? Are you crazy?
I drink iced coffee all year round, man. I do it.
You're crazy.
I just got one today. Yeah. I like the taste of it. I think it's the caffeine addiction, to be honest. I don't even think it's anything beyond that. But I can't drink. I need the caffeine, and I like the taste of coffee. I'll have to drink it out of a ceramic mug. I like to sit at work in the morning and sip like it's a nice ritual. Yeah. If I drank I can't take caffeine another way, you know, like I can't drink an energy drink. I'll literally feel like I'm dying.
Oh yeah, me neither. That's way too much caffeine.
I don't know what those are.
Yeah, and weird artificial shit. And
last time I had a Red Bull was probably when I was 21, and it was a shot with Jägermeister in it.
Well,
that was probably the last time I had any amount of Red Bull. It's like over 10 years ago.
Man, the things we did while we were young.
Yeah,
stupid things we did.
That's true.
Yeah. Bear with me 1 second. You can keep talking.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Okay, go grab a bev. One of your Justin is off grabbing a non-alcoholic beverage, not to be confused with an O'Doul's. We can admire the handiwork he's done in his basement over the last year. There it is.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we can keep this casual enough that we could just go grab drinks whenever we want.
I like your hat. Is that like, it's like, it reminds me of like a fisherman's hat. What are those hats called?
A fisherman beanie.
Is it really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like you should be on like looking for crabs or something, you know.
Trying to go for the Steve Zissou Life Aquatic vibe.
Yeah.
I just need to get a red one.
I have my red Carhartt, and it's very Steve Zissou. Yes.
So I told you we're going on this sailing trip to Sardinia, and my goal is to get a red beanie to take on the trip with us on a boat.
Please do that.
And that'll just be my hat the whole time we're on the boat.
What month are you doing that?
September.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and we're talking about going to Barcelona. I think after the trip on the way home. For
very
a few
nice.
Days. Yeah.
I just finished the Stanley Tucci series on CNN. Was it Searching for Italy or whatever?
It's one of my favorite shows.
It's really good. Oh, speaking of, I got another cookbook for Christmas. It's also sitting right here. I didn't stage these, but this was we did like a Secret Santa. I don't think we called it Secret Santa. I think we called it Secret Holiday Person or something to be politically correct. But I'm not even joking.
I love it.
But my secret holiday person gave me the Stanley Tucci
cookbook. Awesome.
Yeah, so that's good. That's 2 cookbooks for Christmas. That's a good Christmas.
I'd say so.
I love them. I'm actually thinking of a space for some cookbooks in the kitchen, so they don't all have to live right here. And I think it's nice to have some cookbooks in the kitchen. You know,
I mean, they're right at your disposal. You just be like,
yeah.
You
know what I want to do, Justin? Okay, so. What? I have some. Our local library. They were selling like a bunch of books, like old books that nobody cares about.
Well, let me ask you: are you on a first date basis with a librarian?
Her name's Rachel.
Rachel, the librarian.
My Jess is on the board, so yeah. There's like I might be catering a white linen event in August, or like sorry, I might be catering a library garden party in August. If you're interested, come and cater it with me,
dude,
and my brother.
Just tell me when. I will be there.
Okay, it might happen.
That'd be awesome.
We could use the hands, come up with some cool stuff, for sure. So I went to the library, old musty book sale, and they had some like just bizarro like 1960s, 70s, and 80s cookbooks. Like these are like, Mom's Favorite Casseroles or America's Great Casserole books. Yeah. And I'm like, these are gems. Like I need to like recreate these in a different way. And I feel like you could have so much fun doing that. So I'm going to peruse these things, and then we can try and make some stuff.
Yes. Like that definitely needs to happen.
Yeah. There's like a 1980s Bon Appetit appetizer book.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
The Casserole Cookbook. There's a Victorian cookbook. The Victorian Cookbook.
Dude, I meant to tell you. That reminds me. So when Mandy and I went to New England, we went to Salem one day, and we went to the Salem Witch Museum, and they had a cookbook there that was called What the Salem Dames Cooked, and it's all recipes from like the 17 and 1800s.
Salem Dames.
Salem Dames.
That'd be like a really good like women's basketball team.
That really would.
Like I just love the Salem Dames. That's a good team name.
Yeah. Or like I could see that as like roller derby.
Even better.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a badass roller derby team.
I love roller derby. It's underrated.
Too. It really is. It's so awesome to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to make those recipes happen. Casserole.
I do.
all day. All
yeah,
week.
And I hate casserole, and I'm gonna figure out how to make it work for me.
What's your favorite worst casserole? Tuna casserole, I hope.
Oh, 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 tuna noodle casserole. Oh, get out of here with that. Can't even think of it. Chicken cat, like even like like anything with like cream of whatever soup. Ugh.
Cream of mushroom, cream of celery,
cream of chicken, cream of. It's like sodium central, man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
How do you cream a chicken anyway? I don't even want to know.
You gotta pay for that part of the conversation. We gotta get on Patreon for that.
Yeah. $10 super chat or whatever it's called will tell
exactly.
you how you cream a chicken. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be great. I know it.
It's lovely. It's flowing. First conversation. So okay. So let's circle back around. So like this is something we're gonna try and do weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. Right?
I would say let's start off bi-weekly, and if things go well, we get a nice rhythm, nice flow. Do it weekly. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have to be the longest form. We're figuring it out. This is episode 1, and we have a name for this thing.
We do.
And it's called what?
Yeah. Scratch the Hog.
And how did we come up with Scratch the Hog?
So
it's a mashup.
It's a mashup of our random side projects.
Sure. From scratch.
So, from scratch, which is you, Zack, Pontius, and Heifer and Hog, which is me, Justin Gerino, Soft G. Oh yeah, that's like a thing. That's like
is
a
it
thing
really
now.
Gerino? I always thought it was a Garino, but it's Gerino.
Oh, it's a hard to know. Soft G, my friend. Yeah, okay. that like I'm kind of adapting that persona, Soft G.
Like that's you yourself are a soft G.
I am a soft G.
Love it. So this is Scratch the Hog, the podcast.
This is Scratch the Hog, the podcast.
For people that like to hear about people like food.
Yeah, two bumbling buffoons talking about food.
It works.
Yeah.
Maybe some will be more coherent. Maybe some will be more rambly. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe we'll get some cool guests.
I do have an idea. Yes, guests would be cool. Yeah, we could get people to join, people that actually know stuff about food, not just us speculating about why Noma is non-profitable. Just a really good series. Jess and I are totally obsessed over it. It's like weirdly good. The acting is really bad, but it's like it's like unsolved mysteries acting, like recreated for historical events, but it's so
dramatization.
It's just like weird, but it's on the History Channel. And it's called I think it's called Foods That Made America. Have you seen this?
I think I might have seen it.
And it's like the Heinz Company, right?
Oh,
Kellogg's, Toast, like there's Hershey's. It's unbelievable how these companies come to be. It's absolutely unbelievable. Little Debbie, all of these Famous Amos. It's really, really, really good. There's like 3 seasons, and it's just absolutely fascinating, especially when like the way that they create it. It's like oftentimes there's like a rival company trying to do a similar thing. So like Post and Kellogg were I don't want to give anything away, but that was like pretty tumultuous, at the time. So, really interesting stuff.
I think I might have
watched and Mars, the Mars company.
Mars bars,
yeah.
I think I might have actually watched this at Mandy's parents' house the one time.
Yeah, the acting's terrible, but it's like
it's so bad. But it's interesting.
Yeah, and everyone's the same, like the founder. There's like the founder who's like this, like optimistic. We can do anything, and there's always like a malcontent being like, nah, and it's like every episode's the same line.
Yeah.
We should do this, but the bottom line, like that sort of thing.
Right? Yeah.
But
I want to make the best cereal in the world.
Yeah, but like even like the franchise like that really came on strong in like the 50s and 60s. It's crazy how like Subway came to be. The story's so cool.
Oh
it's
yeah,
so neat, you know.
Yeah.
So what I want to do at some point, and I was thinking about this because like I don't eat a lot of, you know, candy bars or anything, but I don't know if I should even tell you. Like, if you asked me what my favorite candy bar was, you would never guess it. It's like so weird and random. And I feel like I want to know like what your top 5 candy bars are. We don't have you can think about it. You can think about it.
Okay, now do M&Ms count? Because they're not a candy bar.
I would say Reese's counts. I guess we can count M&Ms. Do we count M&Ms? It's not really a candy bar. Is it a candy? I don't think we should. Right. I think it needs to be chocolate based. I don't think you can say Starburst.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe we can say your favorite top 5 candies, chocolate. Primary ingredient has to be chocolate.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that can it be? All right. Yeah, I'm overthinking it. I'm thinking it's like, oh well, like. Can it be like this fancy chocolate? No, it's got to be candy that you would eat as a kid.
It has to be like, at the Rite Aid register. Like, like we're not going to some French boutique here. You know, like I don't want anything with like candied lavender. Okay, this is milk chocolate.
No salted caramel with orange peel, dark chocolate.
Jesus, we're not going to get any subscribers if we keep talking.
Yeah.
No, I want to know.
Okay. Yeah,
we can talk about it.
Okay. I don't know if they still make these or not, but I think one of my favorites in the top 5 is the cookies and cream Twix bars, because they had them in the 90s. Then they brought them back a few years ago or last year, but I haven't seen them since, so they might be gone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mine is.
What is it?
Mr. Good Bar.
Oh, what are you
Mr.
like?
Good Bar.
What are you like 50?
I know. I love it. Dude, it's so good. Just peanuts and milk chocolate. It's perfect. It's perfect.
I mean, I can't fault you for that. Chocolates and peanuts are.
I know.
Are really.
But
really
for some reason that the way that Mr. Good Bar just hits in it every time. I love the minis. I look forward to the holiday season because from Halloween to New Year's, we got little mini Mr. Good Bars in the house, you know?
Nice.
They're gone now. I ate them all.
Oh, I mean, obviously. Of course.
I like a crackle. I do like a crackle. But
wait, what?
I would say
a what?
The crackle? It's the Hershey's with the like Rice Krispies in it.
Oh my god. Wait. You mean the Nestle? Oh wait, no. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm thinking of a Nestle's Crunch.
Yeah. And I love a Reese's.
Crackle.
I think a Twix is great. A Twix is a great bar.
Yeah, Twix are awesome. Man, I can't believe you like Crackle. Oh, they're terrible. Oh, they're terrible.
Really? You don't like?
Oh man, the Crunch is.
I am old.
I mean, I think it's just.
Oh, you like the Nestle's Crunch? You like the Nestle's Crunch?
I think it might just be like. The Nestle's Crunch is like what I grew up on, and Crackle is like what was left in like a candy bowl from Halloween. That like no.
Well, I know where you grew up in your gated communities in Beaver County, but up here in we could only afford Crackles.
Dude, I'm from Farrell, Pennsylvania. Population 1,000, I think.
You know what else I like? The whatchamacallit.
I love those.
Isn't that a good? I feel like not enough people know about the whatchamacallit.
No, and they've been consistent ever since I've had them as a kid.
They're so good. It's so perfect. Good. Like it seemed like one of those like crazy marketing schemes where it's like, literally, we're gonna throw everything and make the thing. But I'm like, it works. The whatchamacallit's good.
Yeah.
They did try to make it too big. I feel like they used to have that's too much whatchamacallit, like the king sized. Just get the normal sized one. You'll die if you eat the big one.
Yeah.
Don't.
I feel that way about any giant candy bar. You'll eventually die if you eat a big candy bar. I really like. I don't know why.
I mean, M&Ms.
Well, yeah, I love peanut butter M&Ms. Those are definitely one of my
butter.
favorites. Peanut butter M&Ms.
I like the classic. I love a chocolate, just a classic M&M.
Okay.
Maybe I am 60 years old. I don't know. I'm weird.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You got the old soul.
Well, the whatchamacallit, Twix. I think the Twix is good. I hate Butterfingers. I think Butterfingers are disgusting.
Yeah, they're not my favorite. I mean, I'll eat one if it's like in front of me.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, they're not. They're not.
It just shows up.
It's yeah, like just like oh, yeah, it's like oh, here's a
twist my arm.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's the only candy in the house. I guess I'll eat it.
What about a Kit Kat?
I like Kit Kats.
Yeah,
they're simple, like really, really good.
Haven't changed. It's been the same forever.
Yeah. It's I like a good Snickers.
See,
Snickers is good.
Those I don't love, like the Milky Way. I don't love the Snickers. I don't know what it is about those. I do like a Three Musketeers. Nougat. Give me that nougat.
Yeah, just like nougat and chocolate. There you go. Yeah. I'm trying to think like what else is good. How do you feel about like Bit of Honeys? Like you're like 60 years old. Do you like Bit of Honeys?
No, maybe, kind of. I mean, they're okay, I guess. I'm more of a Werther's original.
I was gonna ask you like Werther's.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick, I'd pick the Werther's. Yeah. They're good.
Do you remember when Lifesavers made Cream Savers?
Justin, I was just about to say Cream Savers.
Really?
Strawberry. Yeah, because like the packaging, I can remember it. Like that white and pink or white and off purple packaging. Yeah, Cream Savers. Those things are so good.
Like, do you know that they still make them?
Oh, no.
Like we got some at a candy store up in Boston.
Do they taste the same?
They do.
Are they good?
Oh yeah. They had strawberry and orange.
I don't know if I'd like orange. I don't really like that orange. I don't like that creamsicle flavor, but
really?
No, it's weird. I don't like it. I don't like creamsicles. Yeah, it's not. I don't. There's something about like orange and cream that just doesn't do it for me. It's weird to me.
Oh man, it's like so iconic.
I know, but I don't like it. I like berries.
Peaches and cream.
I'm gonna have to look for those. Yep, I'll eat peaches and cream. Yeah.
Maybe. I think you could buy these online. Maybe I'll send you a pack.
Oh, here's another thing I wanted to ask about. Maybe we're burning through all the good asks about. So, popcorn. We learned a lot about popcorn in this series. It was Orville Redenbacher versus what's it called? Smart Pop or Pop Secret or whatever it is. Pop Secret.
Pop Secret. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did not know this. Orville Redenbacher, the person, was like this crazy person that did everything he could to engineer what he thought was the perfect kernel, the perfect type of popcorn with the right moisture content. So it popped fully and it was super fluffy, and the same amount of weight of kernels popped more volume than everybody else. Did you know that? It's crazy.
I had no idea.
I hate popcorn.
Really?
It's not my favorite. It's not really my favorite thing. But I never really eat popcorn. I never ate Orville Redenbacher popcorn. And sometimes I like movie theater popcorn, but it's always kind of stale. We got some Orville Red. It's good popcorn. It's really good. I'm not like getting choking on like those weird husks and stuff that's in like the other popcorn. So I'm gonna say try Orville Redenbacher. We got a Jess loves popcorn, but we have like the
air popper.
The air popper. So I got some Orville kernels coming to try the air popper out.
See, I and this is where I'm going to sound really pretentious, but I don't buy brand name popcorn. I usually go to like
some weird boutique popcorn.
Weird boutique, whether it's like a farmer's market, buy some like Amish popcorn. cook it in like in our big pot with some oil. Do it up with like salt and vinegar powder, dill.
Yeah, salt and vinegar powder.
The works, like truffle oil, Parmesan cheese.
My goodness, this is a meal.
Dude. All right, so when we come to your house, in your
anytime.
fancy new kitchen, or even if it's in your
that's not anytime.
All right, well, when we come to stay in your house, even if in your shitty kitchen, I'll make you some.
You can 100% call this kitchen shitty. It is so shitty.
I'll make you some good popcorn. I'll make you popcorn that I'll convert you.
I'm on. I want to hear it. Okay. I actually want to try the getting into it. So I'm excited. I don't like. I think it's the microwave, the bag, the plastic, the weird stuff. Who knows what's in that?
Yeah.
But I do want to come up with some seasoning combos I think would be really interesting and cool for popcorn.
Yeah.
Or just slather it in like cheddar cheese dust. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, absolutely not. Or just like some steak seasoning.
Really?
Like, oh yeah.
Steak seasoning on popcorn.
It's really good.
Damn.
Yeah, there's like so many different things you can do with popcorn. It's
underrated.
Yeah. Make sweet popcorn. Like some chocolate and stuff.
Kettle corn is okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something to think about.
Boutique popcorn. Gotta go find some person on the side of the road hawking their corn.
I mean, like, I'm sure like there's plenty of like fancy popcorn up where you live. It's like,
I mean, I even think like Bob's Red Mill makes popcorn, that's like of a higher quality. So
yeah. But honestly, like if you're just getting the kernels from Orville Redenbacher, like I'm sure they're fine. They're engineered for maximum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Perfect moisture content inside that kernel.
It's just a vessel, and then you just throw on whatever stuff you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I think popcorn is going to be my 2023 exploration, one of many, but I feel like I've been missing out weirdly on popcorn.
Yeah, I think you have been. It's time.
Yeah, I like corn.
Yeah,
I like corn. I like corn.
It's corn.
Yeah, who doesn't like it? What else? What else you got?
In terms of
thoughts, feelings.
I'm a little sore today.
A little sore?
Yeah, no. Sitting on a computer all day, upper back issues, all that stuff, neck pain.
Yeah, I have not a very I'm actually I have at least I have a standing desk, but because I keep it at a height, I use like a tall chair, and that's like kind of the worst thing to sit in, honestly, like a elevated chair. So
yeah.
What's been sort of frustrating me lately?
Tell me.
As a passive content creator, from one passive content creator to another, aspirational content creator to another.
Yes.
I like YouTube, and I like long format content. I love it. I like to learn. I like to get in deep. I like people creating interesting stuff, and just like seeing it come to fruition in like 20 minutes. Like that's short, 20 minutes. But let's talk about like cooking shows, right? There's lots of really good quality cooking that happens on YouTube. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's some not good stuff, but there's like some really good stuff. Like people put out really interesting stuff. There's really great personalities. It's pretty good. Now, the influencer world of TikTok, there's like this whole genre of like,
I think I know where you're going.
Like bullshit recipes that aren't even like real. It's just like slop. And it's like kind of like shock and slop in a minute. And I don't understand it. Why?
Dude, why? I asked myself that same question. That's one of the reasons why I refuse to get onto TikTok. I don't know what is trendy or what's appealing about someone wasting food and like just piling all this food into mush just for views, just to get likes, and it's so wasteful, and I just don't understand. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like it's so frustrating.
Like on no level. So then they all look the same, right? It's usually a woman. It's not always a woman, but it's usually a woman. It's everybody's, shiplap white and gray kitchen. That's always looks the same. Yep. And it's just like weird, I'm gonna put this thing in, here's raw chicken, here's Velveeta cheese, here's a can of, whatever, and they just pile it, goes into the oven, and it comes out looking like junk. Literally inedible.
I think we're talking about two different things.
Are we talking about different things?
Yeah, but go on.
No. It's just like it's like you're not learning. Like if you're watching this thing, you're not actually learning anything that's valuable about cooking, because that's not, like, recipes are the least important thing about cooking. Like zero. Like you don't know any recipes to cook.
Yeah.
And to your point, it's just like people. I mean, you're just wasting food. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
people making things in a sink. They're just like mixing shit up in a sink.
Yeah. And like people that are piling food on just like a bare countertop. And
stupid.
Like, yeah. And like I physically cannot watch those like videos, because that's like the type of content that is just like infuriating. And it's like, why? Like, why? What's the point? Why are you wasting all this food just to have people like it? Like, I just don't understand. It's
butter boards are trending.
What is it?
A butter board?
What's that?
It's a board you put dabs of butter on, and then you put the butter on your bread. But there's like all these different types of butter boards that are like a thing. My brother and sister-in-law make bang on whipped feta boards. Like, this is like they're amazing.
Okay.
But people are just putting butter on a board.
So this actually doesn't bug me that much, because like if you get like a really nice like cultured French butter that you can like top everything with, and like kind of use that and to like spread like toast or crackers or whatever, I can kind of see that, because like a really good French like cultured butter, slightly salted,
nobody's buying
delicious.
Nobody's buying French butter and putting it on nice baguettes here. They're just getting Land O'Lakes, nothing wrong with it, unsalted butter, and putting it on their Pepperidge Farm Triscuits.
Yeah,
it's just lazy. It's just lazy content. Like it's just, and this is a little bit different than like, it's just like it's a little bit different than like the I made spaghetti in my sink kind of junk. But it's also just kind of like lazy. I don't know. It's a little bit lazy.
Like, I'm not too bothered by this as I am by like making.
I'll send you some stuff you'll be bothered by.
Okay, send me what you've
like
seen.
A toilet.
I mean, like, like the fuck, like why? I'll never understand why. It doesn't make any sense. We're in the wrong business. We just need to give up. Start making shit.
Oh, we're 100% in the wrong business. We've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. Like we could have just made a minute of content.
Like
in the toilet, toilet content.
We should have. Like we could have made like chocolate sauce in a toilet bowl with.
And there's always this like, oh, you're just Why are you disparaging people that are doing, like, it's stupid. It's not good. Yeah. Like these formats like TikTok, like they're literally the smartest people in the world are going work there, and they're figuring out how to give you more ADD, so you spend more time scrolling, and it's more addictive. It's junk. It's everything about the format's junk. Everything about the content is junk. It's all junk.
It is,
because it's all engineered for you to easily make content and for me to easily digest it.
Yeah.
And for them to make money.
Yeah. It's just like the so-called 5-minute crafts or the hacks, like the kitchen hacks, which I am like
real.
So infuriated.
That's a good example. That's a really good example.
Like I hate those like with a passion. That I mean, first of all, they don't take 5 minutes, most of them. Look, why they're not really, most of them aren't really solving a problem. They're just making you do more work. And I believe that they're just making it just for content's sake, that they're not.
Oh yeah.
Like all these content forms are just like churning out all this stuff. And
oh yeah, they're all like Eastern European content farms too. Yeah. A lot of them are. I think that crafts one, it definitely is. Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to say related to one of those? I forget. Anyway, yeah, they're silly for sure. Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
There's like the one trick that I think it looks good, but I've never been able to successfully pull it off. And it's like the cutting cherry tomatoes in between two quart lids. Have you ever tried that?
No.
So like you take,
I've seen it.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And it's like, oh, how could this not work? I have sharp knives too. Like I'm not running butter knives through these things. And I do it and I can't pull it off every time I try it. Like it's a dozen tomatoes cut at a time instead of one at a time. I was like, this should work. This really should work. And it really doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
Between the lids.
I've never, I mean, for me, it's like the time it would take to gather up like 10 tomatoes and do the thing. I'll just have it done already. Or like, it'll take me like 5 seconds longer. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I just cut them individually, but I was like, that was the one thing I was like, that actually seems clever. And it doesn't work very well. It doesn't. And I don't think most people even have a knife sharp enough to pull it off. So,
yeah. I don't know, like techniques like that. Yeah, I'm sure they save time, but they're kind of like taking away from like proper cutting techniques because
that's true.
I mean, like there is a chance that you could like, try to cut the tomatoes like that, and the knife slips, cut your arm. Like
actually, I think you're kind of on. Like if you don't have your finger sort of up and flat, and you roll it over, you really could nick it.
Yeah.
On the other side, it is super awkward. It's not. It doesn't work. I'm making it to your point. Just cut things the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, like learn how to, use a knife properly, cut things properly. Just simple techniques, and you won't want to have to, buy unitasker things to help you cut like a head of lettuce or a zucchini or whatever.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I was just talking. So my wife Jess, she's not she doesn't have the burning passion to be in the kitchen like I do, which is fine. Like it's not for everybody, 100%. Right. But she actually she wants to learn more. She wants to feel more comfortable. And we were just doing life skills yesterday. Like we were making a soup, and we're chopping the mirepoix, right? Getting our mies chopped. So celery, carrots, like those are great things to practice on. Different and onions, right? All different. Yeah. You approach them all different ways. They're different densities, and it's a great way to think about like how you use the tip of the knife, how you use the back of the knife, how you hold the knife here, how you hold it by the bolster, do the choppies. We were going through it all, and it was cool. It was cool to see her get more confident with it too, and start chopping more. Cuck your fingers, don't leave them out, stuff like that.
Yeah, those are the things that make people comfortable cooking, not gadgets. or
it is. And I think
or life hacks.
100%. And I think like, you know, I don't, it's, you always see like these lists of like top 10 things that you should have in your kitchen or whatever. But like a sharp knife is really, like a sharp knife is so much safer. It's so much safer than a dull knife. And
absolutely.
like I've seen like the barrier to entry to cooking, I think it often starts with knife skills. Like if you can practice your knife skills and you get comfortable just making simple cuts and chops, you're gonna really start motoring. Like just get a bag of carrots, you know, chop them up for the week and eat them. Feed them to your rabbits, whatever you have. Like it doesn't really matter, right? But just practice just going through them, because like you actually like push. It's not always a cut towards you, right? You're not doing these sort of fast, jerky motions. You don't use the point of a knife a whole lot. Like you're chopping away from you. Your arm's like a locomotive, you know, whatever that thing is on a locomotive that moves a wheel, right? Like it's, so anyway, but it was cool to see like confidence grow. And you know, I would say just over the last couple months, you know, just with some basic stuff. I got her a book. It's on back order, but Jamie Oliver has Jamie Oliver is great. He's a like a wonderful cook. His philosophy is really interesting. And he has a whole book coming out that's like proper one pot meals, right? Like, and it honestly, like a lot of meals are one pot. Like I know this, right? Yeah. But like if it becomes approachable to realize like I only need one pot, right? Like I can do everything in this thing, and you really learn. Like you'll learn how to layer, how long things take to cook, what you layer in first, how you build flavors. Like that's cool. Make the one pot menu, like make the one pot cooking book, like awesome. It's going to have some bomb recipes because it's Jamie Oliver. So we're excited. Absolutely. We're going to work through that kind of stuff.
Nice.
And it just feels approachable. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm kind of a maniac in the kitchen. Like it's an explosion. There's pots and pans. There's things everywhere. It happens. But I did a one pot meal tonight, you know?
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah. I'm excited to see what you guys make. Hopefully, assuming you guys post them when you make them.
Yeah. We'll post them.
Awesome.
That salad I made was bomb, by the way. The fennel.
It looked really good.
Carrot orange. Oh, I mean, it's perfect. Fennel. Yeah. Sliced on the mandolin. Didn't use a knife.
Nice.
Razor thin.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. We wrapping? Are we calling it?
I mean, yeah, let's do it. Because I don't want us to like go through too much content. I gotta I mean, I know there's a lot to talk about.
All right. So this concludes episode 0.5 of Scratch the Hog.
Possibly episode 1.
Possibly episode 1.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out the kinks as we go, right?
Yeah. But we'll make it happen.
Cool, buddy.
It'll be rough in the beginning, but yeah. Always great to see your face.
Miss you.
Always is. I miss you too, bud.
Take care.
Hopefully we'll see each other real soon.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. First of all, we'll figure out when you guys can come up. And I'll let you know when we're in town and let's go get dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if like we have to like stay somewhere else in Ridgeway and just to like see you guys.
Our bathroom is almost done.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna wait for the bathroom then.
Well, it's our bathroom, but there's a second bathroom that isn't demolished yet. So there might be a good window.
Awesome. Cool,
right,
man.
Take care.
Man. Good seeing you. You too, man. Bye.